Right, calipers on, brake pads are on the rear. Now we're going to bleed the brakes. I have got to push the pedal inside whilst my dad breaks the nipples on there and gets all the air out the caliper. I'm just going to check this front. Should be okay. So my dad is cracking the bleed nipple on the rear brake caliper, and you can see all the air and the dirt escaping from it, whilst I'm inside the car pumping the brake pedal, trying to get out all of that air. Once he's done the inside brake nipple, he's then going to do the outside until there's no air left in the system. Let's feel. Yeah, it's rock hard.
Great.
Get in there. And now that I've got a good brake pedal, my dad's going to move over to the right hand side and just replace the brake pads on that caliper as well.
Getting good at these now. Should be done in 3, 2, 1, done.
And he's also going to do the front right brake caliper. New pads are going on that, and we're also going to be fitting new pads to the front left one once all the parts turn up for it. Final thing to do on the rear is replace this air box where the air filter sits in. This has got a small break in it, and we might have got away with reusing it. But on a really rainy day, if any water sprayed up in there and then it sucked water into the engine, it wouldn't have been a good day. So I bought a new air box, and after removing the old one, I can slide the new one in place, which was a little bit tricky underneath the rear quarter. I bolt that all down, slide back in the old air filter because it didn't look too bad at all. Then bolt on the access cover on the side. Job done with the airbox. Last thing to do now, the arch lining. It is a little bit rough and ready, but it is reusable. I don't think it's worth spending a lot of money on a new arch lining when the old one can actually be used, especially how much beating they actually get as well. With that done, the car can go in the air, and you can see we're actually missing part of an under tray from the rear diffuser, which covers the rear of the gearbox, because this was the old one, and the new one is here. I think it's actually made from carbon fibre, so it's really rigid, and it works as part of the aero with the rear diffuser, so it's quite important. Me and my dad have lifted that in place, bolted it down, and now that's most of the car underneath pretty much done. Time to bring the car down so we can start fixing the front end. There is no suspension on here, and all the suspension is here. Part of it's second hand, part of it's new. We got what we could get second hand, and we got what we couldn't get new. First thing to go on is this, which is the suspension control thingy-majiggy, because ours is broken, which is right in here. So I've got to get that off, switch that over, and that's going to be our first point of action. Let's go. Now the 600LT has electronically controlled compression and rebound on the suspension, but to know the right setting to do, it needs to know the ride height of the car, and the way it figures that out is with these sensors here. They sit on the body, and then the swinging arm attaches to the lower wishbone. When the wishbone moves up and down, it adjusts the suspension to make it stiffer or softer to try and keep the car as flat as possible, because the flatter the car is, the more grip we're going to get. So these sensors are pretty important, else we're going to get a suspension fault. So on goes the new one.
Now